The culture clash of Conso E and Xpeer. So as we know, there's a merger between Conso E and Xpeer. And from our readings, 50% of mergers fail to meet objectives, and 75% of executives said there's not enough attention paid to post-deal communication. So in order to avoid any problems going further with this merger, the strategic communication objective is to ensure a successful cultural merger of Conso E and Xpeer, while at the same time considering the implications to the bottom line. Now the answer to this week's first question, which issue do you believe will create the biggest clash and why? My response was getting new equipment. This is a people and process change, and it adds additional steps for Xpeer employees and managers. And Schweitzer and Denisi argue that early communication is essential, and however, from org et al., managers are often unwilling to discuss changes in mergers. So the additional process barriers and the potential to have uneducated employees because their managers aren't informing them about the changes makes this not only a cultural clash between Xpeer and Conso E, but a potential bottom line problem for Conso E. New Xpeer employees may cost the company money in ordering new equipment if the process isn't disseminated by managers. Next question. Which issue do you believe will be least important and why? My response was filing new jobs. The new process for announcing and filing for jobs will have the least impact on culture for Xpeer and Conso E. In fact, it's my opinion that the culture, particularly from Xpeer employees, will be strengthened. The Xpeer employees that may have felt slighted by not knowing about a position in the past will now have the opportunity to know about the position and actually apply. But of course, org et al. Suggests employees may have different reactions. For example, those Xpeer employees who are privy to that insider job information may feel less power because they don't know about the exclusive jobs anymore. But overall, allowing more employees to have job opportunities will build employee morale, and I've seen this firsthand within my company when employees know that there are new positions coming up and they themselves can apply for them. Third question, how would you go about investigating which issue will be most volatile? It's about the bottom line and morale, so trying to find a balance between the two. So as CCO, I would talk with the CFO about which issue would have the most impact to the bottom line. For example, the new equipment orders would most likely have an impact to the bottom line since it impacts purchase orders. After talking with him, I would gauge which issue has the biggest impact to employee morale, and this would be done through informal conversations with the different department heads and managers. Now, ideally, the two issues would be the same. However, if they weren't, a compromise would have to be made between the two. And this compromise would have to weigh the importance and impact to the bottom line and also employee morale. That's the conclusion, and let's hope they have a successful merger.